This is my third Big Three review for the week, for the day, and the Big Three this week were just not that impressive. This One Piece chapter was any different. For the record, if the title says it, but this is my review for chapter 728 of One Piece. Um, the chapter starts off. We're still in the flashback. Um, we learn that Virgo and Monet were in fact involved in this whole operation. Monet let she let Doflamingo's whole crew in. Baby Five, Buffalo, Jorah was there. The one guy, Gladius, I think his name is, he was there. A bunch of other people that we've seen before, like the old guy. You know, apparently the kingdom, the people in the palace, they called the government for help, and Virgo accepted their request. So you know that nothing good came of that. It turns out that Riku had another daughter, and her name was Viola, and Viola is Violet. Even back then, she had her devil fruit power. Um, so I mean, I guess it's cool to learn that she's the former princess, but I mean, to be honest, I don't even care that about the fact that she's the former princess. I care more about the fact that she's Rebecca's aunt. Oh no, oh yeah, because we haven't really confirmed yet whether Riku's other child was Soul or Rebecca's mother, which one was actually Riku's kid. We don't know if there was another princess or if it was a prince, but and with all this royalty being thrown around, like everyone in Dressrosa is royalty, but well, I'm exaggerating, but I really don't care about Violet being royalty. I mean, it's important to the story. Don't get me wrong, but personally, I just really don't care at this point. It's just been one of those days. None of the big three are really that good. I really just don't care about the fact that Violet, at this moment, I don't care about Violet being a princess because she's not a princess anymore. In the past, it might have been interesting if she was still princess, but it's like when we heard that Rebecca was Riku's granddaughter. It's not like it was that big of an impact then either. So it's not a big impact here. Violet's a former princess, but that has no relevance to the story right now. I mean, is she the reason she's going to the palace? Does she still have men there that used to work for the king? People like Tank, but maybe that's why she's going to the palace. Then it'll end up being important. My opinion of it will go up, but right now I just don't think it's just something extra Oda threw in. But we end up back to the review because I just kind of went on a big tangent there. Um, we learned that Violet was Riku's daughter. We see Doflamingo, Pika, Treble, and Diamante show up, and that's how the flashback ends. Personally, I think it went on too long. I don't think any of the stuff was necessary. I think you should have just ended the flashback last week. Um, Finding out that Violet was Riku's daughter was something that was somewhat important in this chapter, but we learned about it again later after the flashback. So having a flashback just for that, extending the flashback just for that, I mean, no. Seeing some of the people in the Doflamingo family when they were younger, I mean, who cares? Some people care, but some people are cooler when they're young. It's not that important though. I keep saying Kubo. Oda could have just did what he did for the supernovas, just release pictures of them when they were younger. It's not extending the flashback. I really don't think it was necessary. We saw that Monet let them in. That's pretty much it. Not if we. It doesn't really matter if we knew that Virgo accepted the request or not. It's really if we didn't know that, it wouldn't have made it. It's not that important, really. It's really not. Um, in the rest of the chapter, Frankie, he was pretty annoying. I personally, I found him annoying throughout the chapter. Every panel he was in, so I just didn't really care. Usopp, he's being a coward again, which is nothing new. It's his goal to be a brave man of the sea. He's nowhere near that. I thought after the time skip he had grown a little bit, both physically and mentally. His arms had gotten bigger, he got new weapons, he'd gotten stronger, he had the plans. He wasn't a coward anymore. Then he just regresses back to where he was before. Now he's a coward again. He just doesn't. He's not gonna reach his goal of becoming a brave man of the sea. He's not. The way he's going right now, he's not. If he finally becomes brave, then I'll be happy because I'll be able to enjoy him more. But right now, he's still a coward, and I don't care now. After that, Soul talks. He's telling us stuff we already know. Stuff like, oh, people lose their memories of the toys when they're turned into toys. But the same thing happens to us toys. If someone's turned into a toy that we know afterwards, and we lose memories of them too. But I mean, why would they be an exception? Well, I mean, I guess you can consider that new information. Technically, it is, but it's something I would have assumed. Like, it's possible that the toys are immune though, so I guess that was a theory out there, but still, it's really not that important. Later on, we see Riku and Don Chinchao. They've forgotten people like Boo and I can't even remember the other one's name. Don Chinchao's other grandson. I can't even remember his name. Starts with an S, I think. Who cares? More people got turned into toys, pretty much. And the chapter ends with Luffy meeting up with Zoro and Kinemon. We see Bellamy. He's plotting something. I doubt it's anything evil because that wouldn't make sense. Why bring him back as a good guy just to make him go turn evil again? That means you have to build him up as evil again, and that just wouldn't make sense. He was evil before, then you make him good just to turn him evil again? Why not just keep him evil instead of having to re-legitimize him as a villain? That just doesn't make sense. So I doubt he's going to follow through with his orders, but those orders that he got to take out Luffy. But those were the orders. It's been a while. Who cares? Never mind. I was about to go off on a tangent. I'm just gonna give this chapter a 6 out of 10. It was okay. I mean, look at me. I'm tired just from talking about it. It was just an okay chapter. Nothing too interesting. Just Violet's a former princess. That's about it. Yeah, nothing else to talk about for this chapter. So yeah, that's it. This chapter of One Piece gets a 6 out of 10. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.